Boys, today we're actually going to be talking about how to make tons of stubs in MLB The Show 21. Now, there's a lot of opportunity in the game right now. Now, we're just going to kind of look at some of the calendar and some of the stuff. But as you guys know, the brand new BR programs ended up dropping. You got Trevor Story, you got Al Leiter. Both these guys are going to have a lot of value in the market right now. Al Leiter, I think, is going to be the best pitcher in the game as far as it goes right now. 97 overall guy who's going to absolutely shove. Sinker, cutter, lefty. Al Leiter's always amazing. Then you got Trevor Story, who honestly looks pretty good this year. Good fielding, good power. He's looking really solid. And I think that this is going to be a really good opportunity. The next thing that we have that's really huge for making stubs is, as we go through, if it's going to load today, is we are going to look at the schedule. And the schedule is really good because we are going to have a lot of content coming on the 28th. You're going to have a brand new event. You're going to have Tops Now moments. You're going to have a Set 12 Legend. There's going to be a roster update, and there's going to be Team Affinity Season 2, so 5/28 is going to be an absolute huge day. We're going to be talking about how to make a lot of money off of the Team Affinity Season 2 and a lot of stubs off all of this stuff. You're going to be making so many stubs by the end of this video, but I'm just going to get into it because there are a lot of different ways to make stubs right now. It's a really good way. You guys got to go right now. There's going to be a roster update too, so we're also going to talk about some of the roster updates, but I'm probably going to make that its own video. Now, before we get to this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, that sub button. These things help me out an absolute ton. Tell me that I'm doing good as a creator, and if you guys do not end up doing it, I'm going to kill this little minion. You know what, Despicable Me minions? No one is safe around here. I'm going to throw them against a wall, and I'm going to absolutely abuse the heck out of this minion if you don't subscribe. So hit that sub button. Let's get right into the video. The first thing that you're going to want to do to make stubs, and I know that this is kind of hard, and I'm actually dropping a tutorial very, very soon, so stay tuned, but it's winning games in BR. Now, BR is just so huge. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, I hate BR because it's really hard and I always lose games. Now, if you're one of those guys who kind of struggles in BR, again, I hope that my guide is going to help you. I'm going to talk about completely drafting a team. Basically, to shorten the video all the way down to about 30 seconds, draft pitchers with really good pitches, not necessarily amazing per nines, but good pitches, someone that you know you can pitch well with, and make sure you're drafting guys with a lot of pop, because honestly, power sometimes will do it a little bit more than contact. Now, I'm not saying go away from a lot of the contact guys, but vision and contact don't matter as much on All-Star. You can get away with having lower guys like Joey Gallo, Gary Sanchez. Those guys are absolutely great. Make sure that you're kind of working all of them into your team, and make sure that you're drafting bullpen, and bullpen, because I'm a big believer that bullpen is absolutely really important. The next thing is that once you play this game and you play this game mode, that you actually are going to be getting so many stubs. I mean, you look at some of the BR programs, you got Alex Colomé, Harmon Killebrew. These guys are going to be going for about 4,000 stubs a pop. And then you got to keep on going. Not only you were earning stubs along the way, as well as brand new stuff like that, but for the 95 that you're going to get at 90 wins is going to be a Reggie Jackson that's also probably going to be selling for about 50,000 stubs. So if you finish this program, then you're going to get 50K from Reggie Jackson. You're going to get about, let's say, 20K from all the stuff before that, and that's lowballing it, honestly. So that means that puts you at 70,000 stubs, and then you're going to get to choose one player, and by the time you get this, you can get this, and this can go up for about 150K to about 60K. I don't think that Al Leiter and Trevor Story are going to drop below 75K, so we're just going to say that you end up making about 140-ish thousand stubs off the BR program by just playing the game. Now, I know that that's kind of a cliche thing to say, but Battle Royale is one of the best ways to make stubs. It's how I've almost already have Chipper. I'm literally 3 diamonds away. And Battle Royale is just something that you're going to have to do if you want to win, get a lot of free stubs. There's other ways to make stubs, but Battle Royale is absolutely huge this year. The next thing that we're going to be talking about is I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to talk about Kyle Seager. Now, I know that I'm a World Series player. I know that I go 12-0, but if you can play enough ranked to actually get 40 wins, it's huge. It's huge. Kyle Seager is still going for about 140K. This season, I've already gotten 19 wins, and by the time you guys probably get 40 wins by just playing ranks, you're probably going to get a good amount of stubs from that too, and it all helps. I understand that these are just playing the game, but those are two things that I had to put at the beginning of the video before we get into some of the more in-depth stub methods. The next thing that we're going to be talking about is Tops Now and moments. Stay ahead of your moments. Make sure you're doing these Tops Now things. They're absolutely huge. Not only if you want to sell the cards and get Stubs. But if you want the player of the month and you want to go after those guys, these are cards that you're going to really need for those collections, and you're going to be able to have to collect them all for the player of the month, Buxton, and stuff like that. The next thing that we're going to be talking about is the market. So this is going to be the big length and part of the video that we're going to be talking about all of the market things in depth. So the big thing about the market right now, the thing about the market that's so great is there are a lot of cards that dropped, as well as Team Affinity Stage 2 or Season 2 coming. Now, what you're going to want to do for this is these 79 overall cards. We're going to go look at them now. 79 overall cards and diamonds that are going for really cheap. So if you look for just cards that are going for really cheap right now that are diamonds, that are going to be high exchange diamonds, if you just put up max overall and put max price at about, let's put 15K. Let's see if we can find any diamonds that are going for really cheap right now. Now, the thing about these diamonds, like the John Means, the Eduardo Escobar, all of these Tops Now cards that are really cheap right now, I could see shooting up as far as Season 2 comes out. Now, this is the big reason why they could shoot up like crazy, is the fact that the Team Affinity Stage 2 has these exchange players, and you can exchange Team Affinity stuff for actual, instead of playing the moments, playing the showdowns. There's a lot of guys that actually end up going through the exchange route, which I know I'm not going to say any of you guys should do it. You guys definitely should not do it, but you can exchange a lot of cards for it. ALS East players, just kind of stuff like this, and these are going to be players that are going to be going for a good amount of stubs. All these guys on page 8, these Tops Now guys, such as this dude again, John Means. Now, the big thing here is that they're going for 57K, so you're going to be able to finish a 10 voucher by basically spending 5,000 stubs. Some people will just spend like 50 or 60,000 stubs to get their card and get out of it. The big thing here is that you just gotta be aware of that and be able to make stubs of that. As soon as it drops, those card prices are gonna shoot up because people are gonna be wanting cheap affinity points. 79s are usually the way to go, and Tops Now. So if you want to buy like 15 79s or 15 Tops Now cards, it is a great time to do that, because in about 4 days you're going to make a ton of stubs off of it. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about is kind of, I know there's a roster update, but the big thing for roster updates is there's a couple guys that are pretty much guaranteed to go. Corbin Burns at this point should go. No questions asked. I know I like to go the pitching side of it. Xander Bogaerts is another guy who's been playing really well. Just stuff like that. Just make sure that you're looking at this. I know I haven't made an exact roster updates video, and I probably won't end up doing it, but just look at some of the stats. Go to MLB, look at league leaders and average and stuff like that. Those guys are going to be going up, the guys that are playing good, stuff like that. So just make sure that you're staying aware of some of those guys, because some of these dudes are going to go up. Lance Lynn is hands down going to go up. Lance Lynn and freaking Corbin Burns, these guys are literally locks. They're locks to go diamond. They're locks to go diamond. You can get them for 4,600 stubs right now, and you're going to make 400 a pop. There's no way you don't make 400 pop, because the roster update is going to come out, and it's just lots of content, lots of things to be aware of. The last thing I'm going to talk about on the market is the fact that you need to be flipping cards. Right now, there's a lot of cards to flip, and I'm going to tell you guys some of the cards that I've been flipping. The big one that I've flipped this year has been Trey Turner, man. Trey Turner has been so good. 11.5 to 10 right now. He has closed a little bit. His gap was a lot less bad last time I looked at it, but you can still make a good amount of stubs per pop here. Again, you're just looking for gaps. I like to do a lot of the live series cards because I feel like they move really fast. Byron Buxton's a guy who's pretty good right now. I would look at that guy. He's doing really well. As far as golds go, a lot of people kind of like golds. I'm not a big fan. I feel like you just don't make that much per one, but if you don't have a lot of stubs, if you're looking at me in the top left right now, if you're like me, go towards some of these smaller guys, and you can kind of just work your way up. Stay here for an hour. I would genuinely say that if you're doing Tops Now moments, and you're doing everything else at once, and you're kind of just all compiling orders while doing Tops Now moments, while doing all sorts of things, you can make upwards to about 60,000 stubs to 70,000 stubs an hour. I mean, I'm living proof of it. I've done it on stream. If you guys want to see me do these types of things on stream, as well as win a lot of games, come by my streams. I stream here on YouTube, and I kind of explain and answer all of these questions. Now, boys, if you ended up liking the video, make sure you drop a like, drop a sub, all of that stuff, as it helps you out an absolute ton. I hope this helps you out, but I wanted to kind of make a update stubs video. This is how you make unlimited stubs right now in the market. Thank you guys so much, and might be out.